Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this time to welcome to the show. How's everybody doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get this puppy going tonight. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this shit going tonight. Let's talk some NFL. Okie dokie. Let's see here. News. Still a bunch of injuries. Chargers officially plays wide receiver Jalen Gunton on the injury reserve. They have a bunch of injuries. The Chargers, man, with a torn ACL. Jesus Christ. The Jets have now played offensive lineman George Fant and injury reserve. Jesus Christ, more injuries. Lions press safety Tracy Walker on the IR due to a season-ending torn Achilles. Another freaking injury for the Lions. Jesus Christ. Bears plays wide receiver Byron Pringle on injury reserve due to a calf injury. And signed linebacker Joe Thomas off the practice squad. Jesus Christ, man, get the milk out. Giants head coach Brian Daboll told reporters that wide receiver Sterling Shepard did in fact hurt his ACL. Oh my goodness, man. A bunch of injuries. Bengals will wear these all-white uniforms Thursday night against the Miami Dolphins. Sick uniforms, ladies and gentlemen. Look at those beautiful uniforms. An all-white night for the Bengals, man. Let's see. That's going to be a good game, man. The Bengals versus the Miami Dolphins, man. That's going to be a good-ass game, man. Cedric Grayson visiting today with the Commanders. They got to get offensive line, if anything, man. Getting sacked 9 times. Jesus Christ. By the way, I did not know this, but the freaking Giants back in 2020 actually had fucking Cooper Rush on their fucking team. They signed him. So he came out of the Boise. No, not Boise State. I forgot what the fuck he came out of. Anyways, that was the other one, Kellen Moore, who's not the offensive coordinator. But anyways, he came out of school in college in 2017, undrafted with the Cowboys. And then he was with the Cowboys until 2020. And then in 2020, he was with the fucking, by the Giants, man. And then they released him, and then the freaking, the Cowboys picked him back up. Pendejo face, man. The freaking Giants have this guy. He's better than Daniel Jones, and Jesus Christ, man. I don't know, but I thought that was crazy. They actually had a Cooper Rush on their fucking team back in 2020. Keenan Allen is expected to return to practice today. About fucking time we get a positive news. Let's see here. Daniel Jones was pressured a total of 24 times Monday night, the most by a quarterback this season and the second most over the past 2 years. Yeah, he was, I think they sacked him 5 times. Yeah, they beat the hell out of him, man. That and Micah Parsons didn't even fucking have a sack, man. That was the craziest part too, man. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy. Alright, some National Basketball Association. Hold on, let me, oh, wow. Breaking news, I guess. This is not really breaking news, but this is kind of weird. President Donald Trump called Jets head coach Robert Saleh, congratulating him for his victory against the Browns in Week 2, saying he's better than Vince Lombardi. Oh, is it because of the comeback? They were down like 31-17. That's just kind of funny, though. I think Donald Trump wanted to buy, was it the Jets or the Bills, a few years ago. I think it was the Bills, but he might be a Jets fan because he is from New York, or he might just switch between the Giants and the Jets. But yeah, I thought it was funny, man. He said he's better than Vince Lombardi, man. Jesus Christ, man, what the hell? Of course, I don't know why Clay Matthews says my playing days are over. No shit, dude. You've been out of the league for like how many years? Like 5? Jesus Christ. Xavier Rhodes is working out with the Bills. The Bills have a bunch of injuries, so they're trying to get Xavier Rhodes maybe on that team. Yeah, they're saying that the Giants might trade Kenny Galloway. Yeah, he stinks, man. Kenny Galloway freaking stinks, man. Jesus Christ, man. And then we have some NBA news. The Celtics, due to what happened last week with Ime Udoka, have named Joe Masala the interim coach for the year. But now they need another assistant coach to now replace Joe Masada. So they have they are seeking permission from the Clippers for assistant Jay Lawrence about joining the interim coach Masula's staff this season. Sources tell ESPN Lawrence spent 9 seasons with the Celtics before joining the Clippers in 2021. Yeah, I don't know how that works though. I mean, why would the Clippers? Even like I guess because he was there for so many years, he might want to go back to the Celtics. But that's kind of weird because you unless you get like a raise, what would you're already an assistant with the Clippers. Now you're gonna go be an assistant with the Celtics. I guess it's because he was it for 9 years, so maybe he's too familiar with it. He might just prefer Boston over it. I don't know, but that's kind of weird. I guess what's his name? The projected number 1 overall pick and for the 2023 NBA draft had a game today. Victor Wembanyama. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Another weird. We already have to deal with Giannis Antetokounmpo, and now we have another one. Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama, and the Metropolitans blowout win over the Pau Ortiz finished with 10 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks in 20 minutes after early foul trouble. Next game will be versus G League night, October 4th. So what is this guy? Is he in college or high school? What the fuck? Is he European? I don't even know, man. But that's a terrible name. That's another hard name. He's got to be international with that fucking last name. Wembanyama. I beg you pardon. I thought it was Wasabi at first. I'm like, Wasabi! Jesus Christ, man. Anyways, let's see here. So we'll keep an eye on him, my guys. He's projected the number 1. He's projected to be the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft. Oklahoma City is trading Vic Cardew to the Atlanta Hawks for Mo Harkless. All right, another little trade right there. Like I think I reported this last night. LiAngelo Ball is signing a non-guaranteed deal with the Charlotte Hornets. All right. By the way, what about that story that came out today about Lonzo Ball saying that he can't even fucking run or jump and has trouble going up the stairs? He's in so much pain from his leg. That is scary. That is a scary situation, man. He's going to have surgery. That is, oh my Lord. I mean, the fact that you can't even walk without pain. Wish a speedy recovery to Lonzo Ball, man. Jesus Christ. I think, what is that thing called? Arthritis, I think. And I think Todd Gurley had that, the running back from the LA Rams. And yeah, you're never the same. It's like a condition where your bones are just weak. And if that's the case, his career might be over. I hate to say it because if you have I think it's arthritis. Yeah, that's usually you get that though when you're like older, like 50, 60 years old, 70. But I think it's because of the pain too, right? All the hits they take. Well, in the case of basketball, I don't know, but yeah. I mean, I think that's what Todd Gurley was suffering for, and then that's what he eventually had to retire. Oh man, a speedy recovery. Hopefully the surgery fixes everything because if it's arthritis, he might have to retire at a very early age, Mr. Lonzo Ball, man. Hopefully. And I remember Brendan Ingram got a scare a few years ago saying he had blood cloth and that he was going to have to retire, and then he's still playing, obviously. Hopefully it's just a scare and Lonzo Ball can get back to eventually playing basketball again, man. That is a terrible situation, man. Jesus Christ, man. Let's see here. The Yankees clinched the NL East tonight. Congratulations to the damn Yankees. They clinched the NL East tonight. Pete Alonso had 40 home runs. So at least a milestone in New York. So now you got a fucking Aaron Judge with 60 and Pete Alonso with 40. Jesus Christ, man, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, man. And I think Kyle Schwarber for Philly, right? He's got 42. But that would be crazy if Judge finishes with he leads the American, and then Pete Alonso gets ahead of Kyle Schwarber and leads the National League. Both home run leaders from New York. That would be crazy, man. I wonder who they're gonna give the MVP to in the National League. I'm sure Pete Alonso's in it. Probably Paul Goldschmidt. But yeah, man, we'll see what the hell happens, man. The Mets lost again, man. Now they're in a tie with the Braves again. Jesus Christ, man. Marlins clubhouse Richard Bailier is believed to be the first Jewish player to be called up for 3 balks in 1 inning. What? What does it have to do with that he's Jewish? Oh my goodness. Anyways, baseball, man. Oh man, it's kind of boring right now, right? The American League is pretty much set, man. All the divisions are won. I think the wild cards are set. Let's go through the scoreboard. Angels beating the Athletics 4-3. Dodgers and the Padres tied 2-2. Rangers, Mariners 5-0. Rangers winning. Twins beat the White Sox 4-0. Rays beat the Guardians 6-5. Pirates beat the Reds 4-1. Tigers beat the Royals 4-3. Braves beat the Nationals 8-2. Yankees beat the Blue Jays 5-2. Red Sox beat the Orioles 13-9. Marlins beat the Mets 6-4. Cubs beat the Phillies 2-1. Cardinals beat the Brewers 6-2. Astros beat the Diamondbacks 10-2. Giants beat the Rockies 5-2. Standings: Yankees won their division. Guardians won their division. Astros won their division. Mets and Braves are, I think they're tied, right? Or the Mets, I think they're not updated. I think they're tied. Cardinals are about to win their division. Dodgers already won their division. Wild card: Blue Jays, Rays, Mariners, pretty much set. I mean, the Orioles are 4 games back. I think they're not going to make it, though. Mets, Braves, and then Padres, Phillies, Brewers. Like I said, the Padres, Phillies, and Brewers, you can make the argument they're still fighting for the final 2 spots. But whoever does not win the National League East, whether it's the Braves or the Mets, the loser will officially get the first wild card spot in the National League. So yeah, I mean, the American League is pretty much set. Unless fucking Baltimore goes on a crazy ass run and Seattle and Toronto start losing a lot, most likely it's set. It's going to be Toronto, Seattle, and Tampa Bay representing the wild card in the American League. And like I said, the loser of the NL East is going to be the first place Braves and Mets, and then assuming the Phillies and Padres. But the Brewers can still make it, man. The Brewers are only 1 game back. They still have a chance, man. They still have a chance. Anyways, let's go to wrestling now, and then we'll call it a night here tonight. The Phillies, I don't know, man. That new general manager, they paid off. Let's see here, wrestling news. So yesterday, really late at night, once I already got off the airwaves, Malachi Black went live on Instagram, pretty much saying everything is false. He's just taking some mental time off, some personal time off, and that he plans to be back with AEW. Forget all about the AEW rumors. Forget all about the WWE rumors. He said, "I'm still with AEW. I'm not going anywhere." So he said, "I'm just taking some time off, some personal time off, but eventually I do plan to be back with AEW." So shutting off the rumors about him leaving AEW for WWE. And they're saying the same thing with Buddy Matthews. I think he tweeted last night. He said, "It's false. It's not true that I asked for my release." He did a promo over the weekend in a freaking indie show saying that he was taking some time off as well. And then they said, "Oh, he's gonna ask for his release as well. He wants to go back to WWE." But then I think on Twitter he said it's false. So who knows what's going on with the House of Black? That's kind of weird though that 2 of the members are wanting to take time off. That's kind of weird. Tony Khan told his wrestlers that if they're in the Florida area and they don't feel comfortable either flying, I don't know where the hell Dynamite is tomorrow, but if they don't feel comfortable or if they don't want to leave their families behind in Florida, he understands if they stay back home. So he said this week's Dynamite's tapings are voluntarily. If you guys do not feel comfortable either traveling or leaving your family behind in Florida, you are more than welcome to stay back home. We understand, and we'll see you next week. So Tony Khan, so I think Jericho, right? He's scheduled to defend the Ring of Honor Championship. If I don't, if unless I'm mistaken, I believe he lives in Florida. So you gotta wonder. Same thing for SmackDown, possibly on Friday. I think there's a lot of wrestlers that do live in Florida. I mean, it's one of the biggest states, right, along with Texas and California. So I'm sure there might be some missing pieces on this week on Dynamite and even SmackDown. So something to keep an eye on for. But I think Jericho does live in Florida, and it's being advertised he's going to defend the Ring of Honor Championship. So we'll see, man. Something to keep an eye on for. Speedy wish nothing but the best for everybody down in Florida, man. Hopefully you guys get by it. You guys are very used to it, so that's a good thing. Hopefully it's not as bad as they're saying it's gonna be. But yeah, I wish everybody a speedy recovery. I mean, wish everybody well and good luck in that hurricane over there in Florida, man. But let's do Monday Night Raw recap, and then we'll call it a night here tonight. All right, so Monday Night Raw started with So Monday Night Raw tonight, man. It started with Bianca Belair and pretty much talking, doing her promo alongside Alexa Bliss and Asuka, and then Bayley comes out. They're just talking, and then at the end there, Bayley challenges her, for the women's championship in a ladder match at Extreme Rules. So it's official. It would be Bayley versus Bianca Belair in the ladders match. That's gonna be a very fun match. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And then after that, they end up having a match. Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. It was a good match. Obviously, Bianca Belair won, but it was a pretty good match. All right. And then we had let's see. I think next we had the Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio match. Seth Rollins because of promo, and I think that fight pit I don't know what the fuck that meant, but apparently they're gonna have like a UFC style match. Jesus Christ! Wow. If I'm Dana White, I'm not happy about that because now people are gonna say fucking UFC's fucking fake. But for what I understand, I didn't even know what the fuck they meant by what is it, a pit fight? Whatever the fuck it's... they're saying that it's going to be like they're saying it's going to be like a UFC fight. Jesus Christ, wow. That's like a fucking, like a jab at UFC. So we'll see how it goes. So obviously, Matt Riddle used to be in the UFC, so they have that. They're saying... Everybody, Seth Rollins was like, nobody's giving me a chance, but I'm going to find a way because I'm Seth freaking Rollins. Very interesting, man. A UFC fight, wow. So it's pretty much, that's what they're saying it is, right? A UFC fight. Even Damian Priest said he's so confused now he thinks he's back in the UFC. Very interesting, Jesus Christ. And then Mysterio comes out. And then another thing I do want to say is that in the middle of this match, the QR code came again. And remember last week that when they advertised the Matt Riddle Seth Rollins match, there was like a weird a light behind the picture, the Extreme Rules logo. I think this is where and this is maybe why they want to do a UFC cage match, because they want them to be in a cage. And I think this is where possibly Bray Wyatt could appear, and I think he's gonna attack Seth Rollins, man, because you saw last week he was the only one that had that weird light at the back of his match at the Extreme Rules logo, and then this week the QBR code came during right before the match started. So it seems like Bray Wyatt's gonna come back and target Seth Rollins. So great match, man. Hell of a match between Mysterio and Seth Rollins, man. Hell of a freaking match, man. Dominic Mysterio comes out there. He kneels down for his father to fucking hit him with a chair. Obviously he doesn't. At the end there, man, pretty interesting. And then obviously Rhea Ripley also interferes. She drives Rey Mysterio into the fucking ring post. Then Rollins puts him back in her with the curb stomp. But instead of pinning him after the curb stomp, he puts him in a submission and he just makes him tap. Almost like sending a message to Matt Riddle, hey, I can also do submissions like a UFC style fight. You know, so pretty interesting, I guess. So Seth Rollins wins the damn match. You know, whatever. And then right away after that, they instantly call it to Matt Riddle, and Bobby Lashley comes in. He's like, hey, man, you and I know about the fucking cage world. He doesn't. So again, it seems like it's going to be a fucking cage match, a UFC style match. And then we had, this was a very good tag team match. Chad Gable and Otis versus Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens. This was pretty damn good, man. At one point, fucking, the Kevin Owens put Otis to the fucking table, man. It was a good ass match. You fucking had what's his name? Austin Theory try to interfere, but that ain't fucking where he got his fucking face super kick. And at the end there, man, fucking Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens win. It was a pretty damn fun match, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Otis is kind of killing it lately. That was a much better match than I thought on Friday versus Braun Strowman. And then tonight, man, that was a good match with him and Chad Gable and Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano, man. That was a very good match. Again, a backstage segment, man. Once again, Finn Balor trying to convince AJ Styles to join the Judgment Day. Remember, they have history when they were in New Japan, part of the what were they called? The Clique? What the fuck they were in New Japan? So we'll see, man. We'll see if they get him to go along eventually. And then, man, fucking Austin Theory and pissed off Yaffa Kennedy couldn't win. And then for some stupid reason, I don't know why, Braun Strowman calls Austin Theory, and Austin Theory picks up and he's like, it's for you, chat. And then it turns out it's going to be Braun Strowman versus Chad Gable next week on Raw. And Chad Gable's hometown, I believe, right? Of Pittsburgh? Or Minnesota, excuse me, Minnesota. So that's for next week, I guess. And then you had a squash match, Almas versus two jobbers, handicap match. Obviously, Almas wins, whatever. And then the fucking Miz, man, he hires some security guard to protect them. But then throughout the whole show, man, you know, Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano coming to the ring. The security guards are fucking beat up. You know, Bobby Lashley coming out. Everybody, everybody's on their way to the ring for their match. They keep showing a fucking security member fucking beat up, man. At the end, the Miz comes in and everybody's fucking in a pile, all laid down out cold. The Miz is like, what the fuck? And then it turns out there's it looked at first like a statue or something of a hockey player, but it turns out it's Dexter Lumis dressed up as a hockey player, Edmonton hockey team, and he fucking he chokes him out, and then he's out cold, and then again, no fucking explanation, man. He just choked him out and let him laying there. Still no explanation what the problem is, what the obsession is with Dexter Lumis, man. With the Miz. Jesus Christ, man. And next we had fucking Nikki Ash, man, in the ring, and she's going to have a match versus Candice LeRae, man. Candice LeRae making her main roster debut on Monday Night Raw, of course, the wife of Johnny Gargano. So Candice LeRae, obviously, if they do it couples, they put them on the same show. So Candice LeRae joins her husband on Monday Night Raw. Obviously, pretty quick match. Candice LeRae wins. After the match, pretty interesting. Nikki Ass is throwing a tantrum. She throws her fucking mask off. So are they gonna finally end the fucking Nikki Ass superhero gimmick? Hopefully they do, man. They gotta get her back to Psycho. Remember when she used to run all crazy? They gotta get her back to that, man. I think they do. And then we frickin' had this was another great match, man. Sami Zayn comes in out of SmackDown with Solo Sikoa. Only Sami Zayn. Pretty interesting, right? Last week he was the one that defended him when Madcap Moss and Ricochet were making fun of him backstage. And now same thing, this is the only one that accompanied him to the ring. So Sami Zayn being accompanied by Solo Sikoa versus AJ Styles. Another great match, man. It was a banger show, man, as far as matches, man. Pretty damn good, man. Solo Sikoa obviously interferes at the end there, and he helps Sami Zayn win the match. And then obviously right after that shit happens, the Judgment Day comes out, and they're like, see, AJ, you need our help, man. You can't do this by yourself, man. And he tries to go like this time too sweet, and it looks like AJ's about to do it, then he just fucking flicks him off. And then they just beat the shit out of him. Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio, and Damian Priest and Finn Balor beat the shit out of him. And then they put the fucking, they put a chair like on his neck. And they're about to fucking like, go on the top rope and destroy him. And then Finn Balor's like, nope, you see, I could have ended your career right there. But I'm not going to do it. You know why? Because I'm your friend, and friends don't do that. So pretty much telling him, man, you better join us or we're going to really fuck you up. So interesting where that goes, man, because remember, they did the same thing with fucking Dominic, and they got him to join. So, and to the point where, he betrayed his father. So there's a good chance that AJ Styles might also join Judgment Day, man. Judgment Day is starting to become like the Bloodline version on Raw, if you think about it, man. But let's see here. Then I think it led to the fucking it led to the main event, which was Damian Priest versus Matt Riddle. Another fun match, man. I think these two, I don't watch NXT, but were they a tag team or something in NXT? I think they were something in NXT, like a tag team or something. So it was a good match, man. Good fucking match, man. At the end there, Matt Riddle wins. I guess you got to give him momentum for the match with Seth Rollins at Extreme Rules. So I guess, I don't think Damian Priest has anything planned for Judgment Day. So they chose Matt Riddle, I guess, because he does have a match at Extreme Rules. Then after the match, they immediately beat the shit out of him. Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio get in the ring. They beat the shit out of him. And then fucking Edge comes back. Oh my Lord, Edge. How many times have you come back in the last year? Jesus Christ, man. He comes back. Rhea Ripley gets Dominic out of the ring. A little bit of a romance possibly going out there between those two. Who knows, like a storyline wise. And then Edge spears both Damian Priest and Finn Balor. And then grabs the microphone and pretty much says, I challenge Finn Balor to a match at Extreme Rules, and it's going to be a night quit match. Another great match, man. That's going to be another good match, man. They are, they're really taking, for being just another pay-per-view, they're really taking that. And this is the first pay-per-view of Triple H, right? Where it's just like another pay-per-view, right? Because right away he took over in SummerSlam, and then Clash of the Castle. But this is where you thought that he was gonna maybe lay back a little bit. Boy, this looks like a great card, man. It looks like a great card, man. Fucking Finn Balor versus Edge, a night quit. Bayley and Bianca Belair in a ladder match. Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan Extreme Rules match. Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle was a pin fit match, which is like a UFC match. Very impressive with what they're actually going all out for this pay-per-view, man. So maybe I complain about they have like about 10 to 12 pay-per-views a year, but if they're gonna treat these smaller pay-per-views the same way they treat the big pay-per-views, I don't mind it, man. I don't mind it, man. I've been very, very surprised with the way they're actually taking this pay-per-view seriously, man. The build-up has been fantastic. The card looks fantastic. I don't think any match is normal. All the matches have have a special stipulation, whether it's an I Quit match, a ladder match, an Extreme Rule match, a pit match. Like I said, apparently a UFC match. All of a sudden, I'm super excited for Extreme Rules in a few weeks, man. This was a very good show, man. Very good show. I like how they brought in Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa, especially just those two, right? It's like they're trying to send us a message, right, with that Solo Sikoa might prefer Sami Zayn over his twin brothers, possibly. Remember last week he defended him, and then a few weeks ago, remember he told him, "Stay back here. You guys fucked up. Sami, you're coming with me." Remember, and Sami Zayn helped them win. So a lot of good stuff coming out of this, man. Good show, man. Great show. It seems like because I think of the threat of Monday Night Football, they really know they got to put out a banger show for Monday, and that's where they're focused on. And then SmackDown is like, people just watch SmackDown, man. I think it's because it's a local channel. A lot of people have access to it, and it's just like, you know what? We have our best star, Roman Reigns, there. And he's not going to show up every week, but he's there occasionally. And then, it's just a bunch of average guys, Matt Carter's over there. They are trying to build up a guy like Karrion Kross, and shit like that. I think the Usos are obviously more focused on SmackDown. But yeah, it seems like it's going back to the way it used to be, right? Where Raw's like the A show, and SmackDown is like the secondary show. But it is interesting, maybe it's with football too. But this was even prior to football, right? Where they've just been doing it like this for a while, where Raw has all the big stars, and then it's Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre. And, they do have Ronda Rousey. But it just appears that on SmackDown, they just get used whatever the fuck they put out there. It doesn't seem to matter. I think, like I said, it's a local channel, so everybody has access to it. Where Raw, it's on cable, plus you got a fucking battle with Monday Night Football. But yeah, they did great show. I enjoy the matches, man. Hell of a matches. Almost every match was out there, other than maybe Amos with the Jobbers. And, other than that, even though the Candice LeRae and Nikki Ass was short, hey, we got to see Candice LeRae back in WWE. But yeah, Johnny Gargano, Kevin Owens, Otis, Chad Gable, Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio, Matt Riddle, Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn. Hell of a show, man. It was very entertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm like a light. Thank you for watching.